Good afternoon, everyone. This is Financial Literacy 101. And today's stimulus check, I have a little treat for you guys. We're going to go over to Twitter and we're going to actually read some of Donald Trump's tweets. Now, granted, I'm not too happy with any political party right now, but I'm definitely not happy with the Democrats. Again, my disclaimer, I'm not affiliated with independents, Democrats, or Republican. I'm just me. So in those regards, don't believe that I'm biased in any way or shape or form when it comes to politics, because I'm absolutely not, because I don't have any political affiliation. I'm not, associated, or I don't hold any particular office or any power, and I don't subscribe to any political party. That's for your own personal thing. It's kind of like religion. Whatever religion you go, yeah. Anyway, so I think it's imperative that we go over and we actually see some of these tweets that he's put out, because he put out some very, very informative tweets, believe it or not. And one of them is ordering some executive actions for us to get $3,400. Now, let me just let the cat out the bag. I'm very, very upset that when I saw that Nancy Pelosi was going to call back the House of Representatives, the congressmen, and also the Senate, in order to move on some legislation for, stimulus payments, that was not the case at all. That was not the case at all. So absolutely incorrect. Let me tell you what she did call them back for post legislation. Okay. We understand there's a lot of things going on right now. Over 30 to 40 million Americans are on the verge of being evicted out of their homes, out of their apartments, out of their condos. Homelessness, starvation, as well as people not being able to pay their bills, their rents, their mortgages, and etc. So there's a lot of things going on. Also, this is an election year, November 3rd. This is an election year. So there's a lot of things going on in the United States right now, especially with this whole pandemic. Now, when I saw that she was going to call back the House of Representatives, I was happy. I was like, okay, they're going to move on some of these executive orders and actually make them into law. They're going, they're no longer going to be executive orders. They're going to be into law, whether it be the PPP or money to SBA, Small Business Administration, and also the most important thing are direct payments to the American people, okay, to the American people. So without further ado, let's go over to Donald Trump's tweets. And let's see what he actually said, okay? Let's see what he actually says here. Give me a second. Okay, I'm going to blow it up for you guys. All right, let's read some of these tweets. I was looking at it over this weekend, okay? This is back on Thursday where he wrote this. And he's trying to contribute a lot of things to women. So you might see he actually wants to build some women's statues, to give homage and honor to women. But this is what he said on Thursday, I believe. Thursday. I think it was Thursday or Friday. I think it was Friday. I've directed Steve Mnuchin to get ready to send direct payments, $3,400 for family of four, to all Americans. Democrats are holding this up, okay? Democrats are holding this up. So essentially that means he's going to give $1,200 to each person, to each adult. So one to the husband, one to the wife, and then $500 per child. Okay, $500 per child, because if you get $1,200, you at $2,400, and then $500 per child. That's the extra $1,000 that reaches the $3,400. So that is what he's proposing to do. Now, I don't know when this is going to go into action, But again, a lot of things he's been doing are been very political. Now, granted, I said that he was going to sign some executive orders, and he did not make me a liar, because guess what? This is an election year. This is an election year. So we have to understand how important it is for him to be a man of his word. We understand some of the things that whether it be CNN or, because I look at different news channels, CNN, MSC, NBC, Fox News. I look at them all just to see what's kind of going on in the world. How certain news channels have been catching him in lies. But lately, I'm not gonna say all, he's been kind of sticking to his word, because he understands how important it is, because he wants to win this re-election. Okay, so that's what he said to Steve Mnuchin. I have directed. So he didn't say that I will direct. I will direct Steve Mnuchin. He said I have, meaning he's already done it. I have directed Steve Mnuchin to get ready to send direct payments, $3,400 to a family of four, to all Americans. Democrats are holding this up. Now, I don't know what he means by all Americans. Is that inclusive or is that exclusive? Meaning, is that still dealing with the criteria of the CARES Act? Or if that's dealing with the criteria of the HEALS Act? So we probably need to watch out for more news that should be coming out sometime this week, hopefully. He also says, I'm ready to send more money to states and local governments to save jobs for police, firefighters, first responders, and teachers. Democrats are holding this up. So he is really trying to hammer on the Democrats and make as though, now they say it says, Dems launch emergency effort against Trump Postal Service actions. So now the Democrats, okay, again, I'm not affiliated with Democrats, Republicans, or anyone. I'm just giving you the news. They're going off this Postal Service thing because supposedly Donald Trump is trying to suspend funding for U.S. Postal Service to do mail-in ballots. He wants everybody to do an absentee ballot. So that was that about. That's another distraction of these stimulus payments, okay, of these stimulus payments. And so he says here, I'm ready to send more money to states, local governments, save jobs for police, firefighters, first responders, and teachers, okay? That's the whole part of that Paycheck Protection Program. Let's read a little bit more. There's more information here. I read a couple of interesting stats. He said, I'm ready to send $105 billion. I'm ready to send $105 billion to states to help open schools safely with additional PPE. Now, granted, the schools are not providing. The states are in debt, so the states cannot provide. So you, the parent, you, the guardian, have to go out and buy PPE for your kids if they're going in school. Now, hopefully, they did like my school district did here in Texas, where they gave all the kids a MacBook, okay? And it's public schools, because that's what your tax dollars are paying for. But not all school systems are doing the same thing, okay? Or who might not even be as fortunate. I don't know. But at least in certain districts in Texas, in certain districts in Washington, they're allowing the kids to stay home with a computer. Now, some states don't have the money to give every student a computer. So guess what? They have to bring them into the classroom. So the parents have to pay for additional or buy PPE for their kids, masks, gloves, maybe a small bottle of hand sanitizer. And some people are saying, well, it can't be that much. It must be worth your kids getting the education that they need and deserve. But we have to remember, ladies and gentlemen, a lot of Americans are not in the same boat as others. Some people are scrambling. Some people are scraping to make ends meet, to put food on the table, to pay the electric bill. So we have to look at this in very broad term, with a very broad view and on a broad spectrum. We can't just look at it on the blinder. So when we say these things, a lot of people just don't have the money to pay for PPE. So I'm liking what I'm hearing from Donald Trump. Again, I'm not a Trump supporter. I'm not a Biden supporter. I'm not a Kamala Harris supporter. I'm not a political supporter. I'm just reading that this is a political year, and he did sign some executive orders. So he did what he said he was going to do. And again, regardless if this is political or for the people or both, I'm just hoping, I'm just praying that these things come into fruition. I'm ready to send $105 billion to states to help open schools safely with additional PPE. Democrats are holding this up. I'm ready to send rental assistance payments to hard-working Americans that have been hurt by the China virus. Okay, Democrats are holding this up. Now, you know Donald Trump, guys. He has no cut cards. He's like that uncle that always says on his mind. Everybody and every ethnic and every race has that one uncle. That tells you what's on his mind, and that uncle is Donald Trump. He's just gonna tell you, listen, we was hurt by the China virus. You're like, well, is that political? No, it's not political. We know that the virus actually originated in China. Would I say the China virus? No, because then I'm putting stigmatism on the entire country of China. But hey, it is what it is. I hate that saying, but this is what it is. I'm ready to send rental assistance payments to hardworking Americans that have been hurt by the China virus. So that goes along with that eviction moratorium that he put out. Remember that eviction moratorium executive order that he signed? These things can work together in combination to help those people who are on the brink of homelessness. Not only can people not put you out, but you're going to get rental assistance payment. The only payment I know is in money. Okay, so that's what we're talking about. We're talking about cash. We're talking about money for those rental assistance payments to kind of like solidify, to back up the eviction moratorium. Let's see what else has he said. He's honoring the vet. There's one more thing he did. He actually donated his entire check of $400,000, and $100,000 of his check went to rebuild monuments around the U.S. that were torn down with all the, here we go, right here. I promise you, I will not take a dime of my salary as your president. I donate the entire $400,000. It is my honor to give $100,000 to the National Park Service to help repair and restore our great national monument, so important to our American history. Thank you. And here's the check right here to the, he made sure he didn't put the check number at the bottom, so no check fraud, but he wanted to show that this is in writing, okay? And I guess he's with Capital One. Me too, good bank. But anyway, but this is what he is doing. He's trying to become your president for the next term. And whoever you vote for, whatever you do, is like he's doing everything that he's finding out in his power to swing the vote. Now, I'm gonna show you some other interesting stuff that I saw when I came on here that may shock you, that may raise an eyebrow, that you may want to rethink some things. I don't know. I'm not trying to persuade someone to vote for Biden, to persuade someone to vote for Trump. But this is an election year. Okay, this is an election year. Okay, so there's a lot of people speaking out about how they feel about certain things, and I am just curious. Like this black guy right here, he says, father said no one contacted him after his son was gunned down in Chop Zone. President Trump called him. Okay, this is funny. Another black Trump supporter. He said, "Oh no, Joe, this ain't happiness in your home state of Delaware, is it? This is America." So right here is kind of a Trump rally, but they're in Delaware on their boats up and down some sort of river, waving their Trump flags and stuff like that. Okay, so that was another black Trump supporter, and here's a black female, and her shirt says "Black Voice for Trump." Let me see if I can turn this up for you guys.
I have to go all the way back up to my office and come all the way back down the way and knock on these doors. This ain't how we went. We ain't stopping until November 3rd at 9 o'clock or 8 o'clock or whenever the polls close. Well,
okay, now I'm just showing this stuff because I want to raise some eyebrows here of what's turning the tide here. Kamala Harris's track record is coming out about her truancy law and how that preyed on the black community. I'm just saying, I'm just giving you the facts. I'm not trying to sway you. I'm just giving you the information here. What's this guy saying? Let's see here. There was another guy right here. This is good. This is good.
Why don't you like Trump? He doesn't even know why he doesn't like Trump. I think it's because he's in a liberal area and he thinks he can make money off of capitalism, which he doesn't like. They're socialist people, but he wants to make his own money and capitalize, but yet he hates Trump. I want one person to give me one legitimate answer of why you don't like Trump. I wait. And then if you tell me he's racist, then I'm going to need some racist facts. Show me one, because this racist ass president seems to be doing a lot for the minority. I ain't never know that. We had our so-called one of our own before. What did he do? Nothing. He's from Chicago. Yet thousands of blacks are being killed every day by other blacks in Chicago. He did nothing. But when Trump said that he want to go over there and fix it, y'all called him racist.
That's some truth to that. I don't know about I don't know if Donald Trump is racial or not, but the whole part about, he's talking about Barack Obama, there's no secrets. But there's some truth in that. And it kind of just raised a few eyebrows, if I should say. I mean, it definitely does. I think, and then guys, there's some other good information right here. I found this on Twitter. It says, please contact your governor's office on Monday about your 400 in enhanced unemployment benefits. Tell them you saw President Trump on TV, but she has the actual numbers here. So if you live in Idaho, Illinois, Indiana, Iowa, Kansas, or Kentucky, these are the numbers that she's posted, okay? So hopefully that's good information for you guys. I'll just leave it up there for a couple of seconds, okay? And then I'll just read this one, guys, what these people are saying here. Trump just authorized the Treasury to send out 30. Now, this is the thing. We talk about Steve Mnuchin. He's the, I think he's the president. I'm not president, excuse me, Secretary of the Treasury. Trump just authorized the Treasury to send out $3,400 in direct payments to all Americans with a family of four. That's the amount for smaller families, okay? Alonzo says, Trump saying $3,400. I want to make it kiss in my bank account with the other $1,200 I still have, meaning he didn't spend it. $3,400 for a family of four sounds good from Trump. And if you read that, I won't read that word, okay? But that's what the N word already got at the same time. Hello, it's $2,400 a couple and $500 for each child. Okay, so there's a lot of information that's stirring up, and they're trying to really attack the Democrats on every single thing, whether it be Trump supporters, Trump himself, representatives and senators of the Republican Party. But the problem is this: whether you're Democrat or Republican, the main objective of this video is for your stimulus payments. And that is your update. That's really all I have. Good afternoon, Jermaine Anderson. So hopefully you got some good information here. Hopefully you found some value to this. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. And if you're not a subscriber, I encourage you to subscribe to the channel where I give you investment, saving, get out of debt, raise your credit score tips, and as well as your stimulus updates. And every morning, Monday through Friday, I do a stock review. Whether you're going to invest or pass on it. This is Financial Literacy 101. Learn money and be inspired. You guys have a great and wonderful day. I'm out.